Hi guys, it's going to be a short one tonight. I'm having wardrobe malfunctions all day today. It's been a bad day. I figured out how to make the intestines and I wanted to show you real quick because that's pretty much all we have left to do is do the intestines for her to be holding in her hands. And I'm going to show you how I did it and explain it to you. So let me set you down and angle you down so you can see. Okay. Now, this is what I have. I think it looks remarkably like intestines. What do you think? What it is clear fishing line with hot glue. I put it on my desk, glued a straight line. Now I'm painting it with red Liquitex Naphthol Crimson, just on paintbrush, a little bit of water, and painting it on just like this. I don't want a thick coat of paint. I want this to stay translucent. And then because there's a flat side and it's got texture from my mat, what I do is, and this is loud and obnoxious, I apologize, but what I do is I take my heat gun and I hit it until it starts melting and softening that flat back. It takes a minute. So you just have to be patient. Okay, see how it's went soft? Now what you do is you grab it and you give it a little bit of a twist so that it has the same twists and turns and bumps as a human intestine. And then I'll take it, you can't see because my bucket's over here. I dip it in my bucket and check it to make sure there's no more hard flat sides, and I see a spot right here that I don't like. So I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun again, just to soften that up. Okay, you can see when it starts getting real bendy and dippy. That's when you want it like that. You want it to be almost like straight out of the hot glue gun. And then you just kind of have to be a little patient and hold it in place. And don't do what I just did and touch it to the table so that it sticks. That was brilliant. I'm going to dip it in my bucket and see if I can cool it off real quick. Okay. See? It's nice and firm now. Now I can move on to the next part. Gosh. More of my red ink. And exercise extreme caution here, you guys. This is hot glue. Everything about it, obviously, is hot. Not only the hot glue, you're working with the heat gun, which near your fingers gets incredibly hot, as well as this ink. I've said it before and I'll say it every time. Once this ink is dry, if you get it on your skin, it is difficult to get off. So keep that in mind. You might want to wear gloves, but seriously, exercise extreme caution with this. I just accidentally got it off of my string. That was not my intended So I'm just going to kind of mash it back down. Well, you see what I did? I got to fix that. Right there. And then keep moving up. And as it softens, give it a twist. And hold it, because you got to hold it until it dries. And then move on to the next spot. Now, I did do a search to see if somebody had a tutorial on how to make doll intestines, and I couldn't find one. So, you know, this is going to be a standalone. This is not going to be called Kate Part 3. This is just going to be doll intestines. Because, you know, we're not going to attach them to her in this same video. Let me dip it. Okay. And then move on down. Now, I am sure that out there's going to be somebody who has a better idea or a better way, and I would love to know. And if you do know of a better way to do this, please tag me in the video. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or even on YouTube and let me know, because I would really love to know how to do a better way than this. But I think it looks pretty good. For what I want it for, it's got translucency that I wanted. I might go over it with another shot of color, maybe a little bit of blue, because intestines fresh out of the body have a little bit of blue to them. You know, it can't hurt, right? Oh, I got to get a little bit more ink. And guys, as far as the ink goes, I used a drop. Literally one drop out of the dropper, out of that dropper, to paint all of that. So, you know, you're not going to use up a lot of materials on this. I used 3 glue sticks, and they were the mini glue sticks. And I used a ratchety old hot glue gun that I've had literally since the 80s. Not even kidding. Nope, 90s. My kids were little. So, and you go to the dollar store and buy a hot glue gun nowadays, I think. They're everywhere. Give it a little spin. Let it sit for a second. Okay. And then I gotta paint down here. And you can only work so far ahead of yourself. Keep that in mind when you're doing this. Like, you can only do maybe an inch or two at a time because it dries too quickly, it cools off too quickly for you to go much further than that. It's patience. You're just going to have a lot of patience. Like, when I let this go, it's going to want to spring back. So you got to keep tension on it until the gloss goes away. Because you know how glue dries with almost like that cloudy matte finish? So you'll see, matter of fact, let me dunk this. You'll see it's real clear until it dries. And you got to hold it until it's dry. Dunk it to hasten it along a little bit. Yep. The worst part is listening to this. The ones they sell now are not this loud. Okay. And that is how you make doll intestines. Easy peasy. You just have to sit and hold. That's the hard part, is waiting for these to dry. I don't have any patience. And keep a water bucket handy. 10 out of 10 recommend keeping a water bucket handy, because if you get it on your fingers, the first thing you want to do is stick your fingers in cold water. Having had a hot glue burn as recently as this past October, they're not fun. They take forever to heal, and it interferes with crafting. So definitely be safe, be careful, and have fun. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.